everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is super exciting for me because this pigment has literally been years in the making. This is Crystalline, and it is in the Prism line, which makes this a holographic pigment. And what makes this so special and so groundbreaking really is it is a crystal clear holographic pigment. So that means you can use this over any base color that you would like, and you will have a holographic shade. It really is a game changer. So as you can see here, it is a clear pigment. It has a clear substrate with the holographic treatment on it. Unlike your silver-based ones, this isn't going to hide your base shade. So I've done my nails in black and I've applied the pigment over that, and you can see that gorgeous fiery linear holographic spectrum. Again, I've used the Lumiere black gel polish, and this really is just a stunning holographic. And the fact that it's clear just is kind of mind-boggling, actually. So I'm going to show you a bunch of samples here, and the reason is I want you to get an idea of how it looks over different colors. So here we've got the primary colors there on the left, the red, yellow, blue, and then we have our secondary colors, orange, green, and purple. And because of the transparency of the pigment, it will be influenced somewhat, that spectrum that you see, it will be influenced by that base color. So for instance, in the reds, you might see a little less of the blues or greens. Maybe you'll see a little bit in the purpley range. And yellow, I don't see any blues in the yellow. I pretty much see green and yellow for that. You get a little bit of an orangey red there on the blue and blue and green. The orange is more yellow and oranges. The green, you start to see a little more of that blue-green spectrum and kind of an orange, not really much of a red. And that purple is more of a magenta red and almost like a turquoise blue. So you can see how it can be influenced by your base color. And on this one I've done clear, black, white, and a cover pink. That top row is the cool thing about this pigment is you can layer it. And so that top row is one layer of the pigment, and the bottom row is 2 layers of the pigment. And you can see just how you get more definition and brighter colors when you do more than one layer. You can also magnify the effect of the hollow particles by top coating more than once. That will help kind of magnify that effect as well. But if you're going, the fact that you can use this over clear is just amazing to me. You can do clear and white, just any color that you would like. And on these, that one there on the left is a gradient, and then just a variety of colors to just kind of give you an idea of what you can expect by putting it over different shades. Now, I didn't expect it to be my favorite, but the taupe there on the top right is actually one of my favorite samples that I did. So we've got brown, kind of a mustard yellow. So many possibilities with this. And then if you just want to be just extra, you can apply it over a chameleon chrome. I brought out my Super Wicked set from Social Claus. That's her chameleon set. Absolutely gorgeous chameleon chromes. Some of the best, in fact, the best I've ever found. And while they're pretty on their own, of course, when you add holographic to it, it just bumps that wow factor up a notch there. So again, you can see all the different possibilities that you can use this chrome over. You can use it over the cat eye, magnetic polishes. You can use it just pretty much over anything. Now, of course, with any holographic, it's going to look best over deeper, richer colors, as you're going to get more of that holographic spectrum to show through. But when I was doing these samples, my favorite actually turned out to be that taupe and the white. So you'll of course need your pigment. You'll need a no wipe top coat. You'll need your base color. For the two samples I'm doing here today, I'm doing black and white. So I've used the Lumiere black and the Accents white on. The white on is an all-in-one color and no wipe in one. I would also suggest that you file the perimeter of your nail once you get your pigment down before you top coat it, so your top coat has something to grip to. In addition to that, I've been using a primer, which also aids in preventing any chipping or peeling. Now, to apply this, it's very simple. You don't need to burnish it. You don't need to have a silicone tool. You can use the applicator or finger cot that comes in your kit from Social Claws, or you can just use your fingertip. So again, on our sample, I've got one coat of the black gel polish, and I'm applying our no wipe and going ahead and curing that. Now, Angela and I did find that if you short cure the top coat a little bit by maybe 10 seconds or so, it becomes a slightly grippier surface and the pigment will adhere a little bit more. You'll get a little bit more of that pigment to adhere to the surface, so you might experiment with that and see how that works for you. If you're not going to use accents, then I would suggest maybe just experimenting with your favorite top coat. So don't be put off by the haziness of this. Once you put your top coat on, that's going to disappear. So I'm just going to rub that in really good just to make sure that I'm not getting any, that I'm getting all the loose pigment. And you want to dust this really good before you top coat, of course. Give that a good dusting. And now I don't do it in this video, but again, go ahead and file the perimeter of your nail, apply a little bit of that, a little bit of the primer, and then add your top coat. So you'll see here when I add the top coat that haziness will recede, and then I'll get the spotlight on it again, and you can see just how gorgeous this is over the black. And again, this has been a multi-year process for Social Claws. She's been insisting all along that this could be done, and the lab technicians are telling her no, it can't be done, and she says I know it can, and they just kind of kept at it over the years, and they came up with this clear holo. It's just absolutely beautiful. Really stunning, the effects of that. I mean, what other pigment are you able to get a holographic spectrum over clear, or a linear, I should say, not a scattered effect? There's all kinds of top coats and things like that have, you know, a few holographic particles in them, but this is for a linear. This is almost like the impossible has been achieved. So again, over the white sample here, I've done a coat of the Accents white on, and I'm just getting a light dusting over it. brushing off the excess, and then we'll add our top coat. And over this one I'm going to do 2 layers just so you can see the difference between the two. So I'll show this with the spotlight on it, and you can see what it looks like with 1 layer. Very subtle, but still very pretty. It's one of those effects that, you know, people will look at your nails and they'll say, there's something on there. I can't quite place what it is, but it looks kind of neat. And then if you're out in the sun, it's like, you know, bam, there it is. You've got your holographic spectrum. It's kind of an unexpected surprise, especially over white. Now again, you can magnify the effects with multiple coats of top coat if you'd like, you know, 2 top coats. But especially over white or even clear, I think it's best to use 2 layers of the pigment itself to get that more defined linear spectrum. Make sure you get all your dirt and debris out of there. And I'll show you what it looks like here. And as you can see, the effect pretty much doubled over that nail for the white. Absolutely beautiful. I think I might do a new set and do it in white next time. Now I'm going to show you the samples here out in the full sun so you can see what it looks like out of the light tint. And it is so much more brighter, and I don't know, in person it's really spectacular. So again, these are our samples with the 1 layer on top and the 2 layers on the bottom, or a variety of colors here. That taupe again is just beautiful. Over brown, oh, it's gorgeous over brown. Purple, and here are the chameleon chromes. So if you guys have any questions or comments for me, just go ahead and leave them down below. Of course, I'll leave links to all the products that I used in the info section down below as well. And until next time, I will see you guys later.